Yes, guys, now welcome back to another weekly outlook for Monday, the 26th of January. So, last trading week of Jan. Now, previous week, there was a very quiet week for me. I didn't take any positions. I was away in Manchester Thursday, Friday, supporting my girlfriend at a High Rocks event. So, it was quite busy with life out of the charts. But yeah, a beautiful week of delivery. I ran over price. What I was looking for on the Wednesday daily close was a run into this daily fair value gap, and then I was looking to take euro swings. Now we didn't get that run in on DXY. As we can see, we've left these highs here, but on euro we got that tap in on Thursday, just here around the new daily open, and then we can see that we started to expand coming into London session. So I would say potentially this was a missed opportunity. Obviously, I was driving at the time on Thursday. These euro longs played out beautifully, and then again on the Friday we've pulled back below Asia lows, and then again we've had that second expansion pushing towards our draw, which was this high just here. Once we saw that framework looks very clear on EU now, we can see the strength towards these highs over here, and then on DXY as well we can see that DXY we've pushed aggressively to the downside, and now we've started to take out these lows just down here. So we are overextended on DXY, so I would expect a slow start to next week. If I just flick over to the news calendar, we can see that Sunday, Monday and Tuesday we have no news, and then Wednesday we have FOMC in the evening. So this will be, hopefully this comes through on the Wednesday, and then will give us a clear bias to then hopefully find some positions on the Thursday and Friday. We have some USD news in the afternoon on Thursday, and then again we have PPI on the Friday afternoon. So yeah, like I said, potentially a slow few days. I would expect a pullback on DXY, so we can start to drop down onto the lower time frames. First half of the week I would expect a slow pullback to the upside, back into these highs, or back into at least some premium of this bearish leg. And then potentially again look for that continuation on DXY down to at least this low on the daily time frame. This would be my first area I would look for price to trade towards. So yeah, very simple outlook. We're overextended on euro as well, so again would expect a pullback to start off the week, and then FOMC post news we can look for continuations higher, obviously depending on what news shows. And then again on DXY, on GU, we can see that again GU is very strong, and we've pushed through this daily bearish fair value gap. We retested this on the Friday, and then we've expanded higher off the back of breaking above this area. So this was again a very clean position on the Friday. A clean week. Looks like I have missed an opportunity to get long on GU and euro, but you can't do much about it. Perfect. So yeah, final bit, UCAD. UCAD is very clean. It's not a pair I normally trade, but I have had this marked out for a while. So we can see that we've pulled back on this overall daily bearish leg. We could then come back into this daily bearish value gap. We've swept this high, and then we're starting to see an expansion lower. So my main drawn liquidity is this low here. Again, I will be expecting a pullback potentially into this H4 fair value gap, and then again I'll be monitoring UCAD to see if we can get a continuation to take out this draw on liquidity. So yeah, very simple outlook. Not expecting much for the first half of the week. A lot of the pairs I do trade, GU and EU, are overextended, so I will be looking for a pullback. I'm not going to be rushing into any positions. And then again, like I said, the main news drivers for the week ahead will be FOMC on the Wednesday evening, and then hopefully that will look to give us some clear direction and clear trading opportunities moving into Thursday and Friday. So yeah, as always, I will update this video as I move through the week. Yes guys, so just a quick update on price. To be honest, there's not much to update. Obviously I spoke in the outlook that we've had this big expansion to the downside last week, so I was expecting slow price action to start the week. We haven't had any news yesterday, and we haven't done today either, and then we have FOMC on Wednesday. So yeah, not much to update. What I am looking for at the minute is for price to now trade back into this daily fair value gap, which was created yesterday. So yeah, just sitting patient and waiting for price to push into this daily fair value gap. Ideally, then I would like to see price set a high of the week within here, and then I would look to take a position in line with that towards this drawn liquidity, which is 2025 low. So yeah, at the minute it's just in a really tight range, nothing to trade, just going to sit on my hands. And then the same on euro as well. Again, waiting for price to now trade into this daily fair value gap just here, potentially set a low of the week, and then look to get in line and then target the drawn liquidity, being again this swing high to the left hand side, 2025 high. So again, on GU, same thing, looking for a pullback into this daily fair value gap. We've got this inverted bearish fair value gap, which is also in line with the daily bullish one. So this level here is an area I'm looking for, and then for looking to take again buys up until these equal highs. So yeah, ideally if we could start to pull back from here, then we would have a nice drawn liquidity being these equal highs. Ideally come into this area, set at low of the week again, and then again look to get in line with buys on GU. So yeah, that's the quick update on price. Good morning. So just a quick update. It's now Wednesday London session. So DXY, we have now taken out the 2025 yearly low. So this was the drawn liquidity. As mentioned in the previous recording, I was looking for a move into this daily fair value gap and then a continuation into these lows. However, we didn't get the pullback I was looking for. So wanted price to manipulate above these highs. We've just created equal highs here, and then we've traded off on Tuesday. So yeah, draw has been hit now. We have FOMC this evening, so this is going to be, like I said, the main news event to kind of show the next direction. Now that we have taken out this significant low to the left hand side being 2025 lows, I would expect some sort of pullback, at least into this daily fair value gap here. So I'm just monitoring price this morning. Would like to see a push maybe through this area, and then for this to be potentially the low of the day. So if we can start to see some expansion above this 1 hour fair value gap, then could potentially look to align ourselves pre FOMC in a swing position, anticipating the pullback off the basis that we've taken out this major liquidity pool to the left hand side being 2025 lows. So yeah, the same thing on euro. Again, we've got 2025's highs just here, which we have now taken, and we've traded into this monthly order block. So again, I would expect to see some sort of pullback now. Again, pretty much the same thing on euro, looking for price to trade through this area here, and then anticipating this to be potential high of the day, and then look to potentially get ourselves into swings down to this daily fair value gap here. So that's pretty much what I'm waiting on at the minute. Again, DXY, not GU, sorry. Again, taking out 2025's high just here. So yeah, same thing on GU, looking for some sort of pullback on GU. So yeah, UCAD. Yeah, so UCAD, again, I spoke about in the outlook, but looking for price to come into this 4 hour bearish fair value gap and then trade down to the lows. So this is exactly what we got. The reason why I didn't get in this position is just because I wanted to see DXY trade higher, manipulate these highs before looking for any position. But this position played well. This was pre-London coming in, and then we started to see this expansion in London. So if we did get this manipulation above this high into the daily fair value gap, then I probably would have entered this UCAD position once we set the high of the day, and then I would have targeted the draw liquidity to the left hand side. However, yeah, like I said, I wanted to see DXY manipulate above the highs first before getting into any position. So it is what it is. You can't really do much about it. I follow my plan. So yeah, I will update if I have anything else to update. Probably next update will be pre-FOMC. Okay, so as mentioned in the previous video, I will be looking to align myself if we can close below this 1 hour fair value gap in around 5 minutes time. So yeah, like I said, taking out previous year's high, looking for a pullback. We have FOMC tonight, which can be a catalyst for this swing position. So we'll be looking to take a position and then target this daily fair value gap just here. Also on Wednesday as well, so a possible midweek reversal, but again on DXY looking for a close above this 1 hour fair value gap and above Asia highs, so I'll be monitoring this close in 5 minutes time. So I've just executed this position here on Euro USD. So like I mentioned this morning, I wanted to see a close below this area. We kind of just wicked this area in London, and now we're starting to see possible push down in New York session. So swing position 54 pip SL, so happy to hold this through FOMC. I will of course monitor it, and if it is close to my SL when we have FOMC, I will likely exit. But yeah, hopefully looking for price now to hold above this 1 hour inverted fair value gap, and then this to be the high of the day. So again, on DXY, we've seen the close above now, this 1 hour bearish fair value gap. So again, what I'm looking to see is this now to hold as an inverted fair value gap and London low to be the low of the day. And then look for price to expand towards this daily fair value gap. So yeah, that is the trade idea. But like I said, I will monitor this position. If it is close to my SL before FOMC, then I will likely close. If we've started to push down and we're around here, then I will let the trade play out. Good morning. So it's now the next day on the Thursday. Yeah, we had FOMC yesterday at around 7 o'clock, 7 and half 7. To be honest, not too much happened. We've kind of just retraced back into this area here. So yeah, pretty much not the best price action off the back of FOMC. We really had a nice push down, and then we've kind of respected this H4 fair value gap for now, and we started to retrace. So yeah, what I want to see on Euro USD today is this high hold. So we've swept above Asia highs, and now we're starting to displace down on the M15. So I'm looking for this high to hold. If we start to trade higher from here, then I will look to close out the position. The same thing on DXY as well. We've come back into this area again, and we've traded below Asia lows and then started to expand. So I would like to see this area hold. We're not too far off the inval, which was from yesterday's London low. So just going to monitor price action. If we can start to displace from here, then I will look to move my SL to this new inval, and then potentially look to scale in what I've shaved off this stop loss. But I want to see this be confirmed as high of the day at the minute. For now, we haven't seen enough displacement for me to confirm this as high of the day. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at the minute. Yes guys, so I've just scaled into this short position. So like I said, I wanted to see displacement off the back of raid and Asia highs, and now we've started to see that. So this SL here has been shaved to here, and then the risk which I took off, I have now added onto this position. So that is my scaling. More than happy now to say that if DXY does trade below this low, then I'm more than happy to exit the position, and my bias is incorrect. Again, like I said, this is now my new invalidation. So now looking for price to start to expand down below Asia lows, and then continue down to previous day low as well. Yes, so just a quick update. This is now Friday morning. London has just opened. So yeah, as you can see, price has been very choppy. I've now managed both my positions to above this high. I don't want to see price trade back above this high now, which has caused the break of this low. Ideally, what I want to see now is this 1 hour fair value gap to hold just here. I'll just get rid of this. So ideally this area to hold, and then for price to continue lower down to this daily fair value gap. Now, if price does push below this low today, I will close out on one account, because that'll be the phase one past. I need price to trade down to this low. But yeah, DXY, we can see again that we have created these equal highs now. So again, what I want to see is DXY trade into this 1 hour fair value gap just here, and then for price to expand higher up into Wednesday's high. So yeah, that's a quick update. Stops have been adjusted to above this high. Yes, guys, so final video. We are finally out of these two positions on Euro. Now that DXY has taken this swing high here from Wednesday's high. Now, yes, I spoke about my targets being this daily fair value gap, but to be honest with all of this price action, I'm happy to call it here. Proud of myself for sitting through a lot of this price action. Obviously, these are the two positions I've documented, but yeah, pretty much very, very choppy. I did speak about at the start of the week that we have had this expansion at the end of last week and at the start of this week. So I wasn't expecting clean delivery all the way back down to this daily fair value gap. But when I took this first position here, no, I didn't. I took the first position just here and then started to see price drop down, come back, and then again confirming this as high of the day on the Thursday, and then cutting this position down and adding the rest of that risk onto this position. So yeah, quite proud of myself for managing the position with the evals as well. Invalidation, sorry, obviously this was my this was my first invalidation here on the swing position. I then put my inval down to Thursday's London high, and then again once we had this drop last night, my final invalidation was here. Just shows the importance as well. Obviously recorded a video in London. Price tapped into this 1 hour fair value gap and then we started to move lower. At this point I was thinking, yes, okay, we've tapped this 1 hour fair value gap, now we're going to start to melt. So I was on my way to the gym, just about to train, see price pull all the way back, and it does get you, like a lot of the times last year my emotions would have overtaken me on this position and I would have said, yeah, like screw this, I'm done, call it a weekend, I'll just get out with a little bit of profit. But getting better at just letting the trade play out, especially with swing positions, having that invalidation set there's a good reason why I've picked that invalidation, and until that invalidation gets taken I remain in the trade. So you can see that yes, we come for a second tap at the start of New York session, we take out London's high, and then again we roll down to the downside. So yeah, happy to call it a week here. I will post screenshots of my MT5 positions, but I've just passed a phase 1, and then on my 2 other accounts I've taken about 5% on that and then 5% on the other. So yeah, great week regardless, great start to the year. Obviously this video overall might be quite long and it might be quite boring, but again shows the reality of trading. It's the reason why I've started this channel, to keep myself accountable, also talk through why I'm doing what I'm doing, and then also showing, if anyone does watch these videos, showing you guys the reality of kind of swing trading and intraday trading. So yeah, I hope this video was useful, and I will see you next week if I do take a position.